But the other reason that this concept kind of popped up to me as something that's important is I started getting anesthetic injections, and that is without the cortisone, just purely anesthetic. And by doing that, I was able to get the injections far more regularly. So I was going in every month instead of every 3 or 4 months, which gave my brain also a better chance for recovery because I was getting the injections more regularly. And I really noticed during one of these injections that the side effect of the anesthetic seemed to be that I just lost all memory and thought. And it was complete bliss. Um, Not just the anesthetic, but the fact that my brain stopped working and I stopped thinking about everything. And that moment that I first had the injection, where I had a window of just not like where it was gone and I stopped thinking was, I mean, that's what people in meditation are always aiming for, but I found really, really difficult to do when you have CP because you basically can't, there's no way of escaping CP if it's there. And sometimes meditating, I feel, can make it worse because you're just sitting with it and you can't escape it. And I think sometimes moving and keeping yourself busy is far more helpful than just sitting and not being able to escape something that isn't going away. I mean, everyone's pain is different, but that was my experience. Um, so I really found these anesthetic injections really helpful, and I also noticed that when just the bliss from not thinking of all the emotional things and other things that surrounded my condition and the things I was going through was really just blissful and amazing. So from that point on, I really made a point of trying to, whenever I can, just forget that it even exists and that I even have a problem. I've stopped talking to my friends about it. I've stopped posting about it. I'm lucky enough that I don't need to go through the process of proving that I have an issue anymore. So I think that makes a massive difference, which is why I brought it up for about doctors and whatever situation you're in, really believing you, because how can you forget it when you're constantly trying to prove to everyone that you have a problem? So that is a different issue I can talk about on a different time. But if you are lucky enough that you have the opportunity to just get on with your life and forget about things, I think it's really helpful. And I definitely think there's something to this theory about forgetting. I've known a lot of people that have CP on a very small scale where it's not extreme to the degree that I had it, and they seem to have recovered. So I definitely think, I mean, not recovered, but definitely have a far more functional life than what I had. And so I think there really is something to this issue of the brain's ability to forget and delete these conditioning networks that happen in the brain. Because I think once things are so interconnected and conditioned with each other, it's like you can't escape and you're in prison, and it's horrible. And yeah, gosh, it's something I don't even want to talk about. And if you've been there, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But when you literally have no mental or physical way of escaping CP, it's absolutely hell. So I definitely think there's something to this theory of deleting the memories and trying to move on and like just forget that it ever happened. But I also don't judge anyone who doesn't feel that it's possible, because I've also been there when it's not possible. So I just wanted to talk about that as well as something for a few of you to think about. Think about whether maybe this is possible for you or not, or whether it's something you can work towards, and maybe how having certain things that are constant reminders of you constantly is probably not good for you. Anyway, it's just an issue I'm going to let you sit with and have a think about. And I definitely think this field of research has some validity because it's definitely helping me. So I'd really like to do another talk about the pain scale being exponential, so I think I might talk about that next. Okay, bye.